Check your MFD for a new strategy option. Been awarded a time penalty for that last incident. That move was illegal. Return the position. Valtteri is in for his stop. Go, exit now. We're racing on the exit. Slow down before hitting the corners. We don't want to get a penalty. Hey, if you don't behave yourself from now on, we're going to end up disqualified. final lap of the race. Race over. Take care of the car on the way in.
It's a performance to be proud of from our Mexico City Grand Prix winners. What do you think it was, Ant, that gave them the edge over the competition today?
I feel like consistency was probably the key today. There's being quick, and then there's being quick lap after lap after lap. If you can do that, you can capitalise on other people's errors without making many of your own. And that's an approach that can push you a long way up the field.
Red Bull put up an outstanding fight for the front position today, and it's great to see it paid off for them. They do so much for the sport that you can't help but be delighted by today's race win. After an incredible day of racing, who was your driver of the day, Ant?
Well, you put me in a bit of a tight spot today, but I think I'll go for Pierre Gasly. He kept a cool head under pressure and made them...
Welcome to Silverstone, home of the British Grand Prix. This iconic track held the very first World Championship Formula One race back in 1950, and it's a firm favourite amongst the fans and drivers alike. The 3.6 miles of the Silverstone circuit in Great Britain is hallowed ground to the Formula One faithful. We have 18 corners that wrap around this former World War II airbase and some good passing opportunities at the end of the DRS zones. And as always, a man with plenty of racing experience joins me in the commentary box. Today it's Anthony Davidson. Tell me, Ant, you're no stranger to surviving the melee of turn one. So how do you keep out of trouble when there's so much going on around you?
There are three main things to worry about there, Crofty. Positioning, awareness and discipline. First, you have to put your car in a bit of space and make sure you have room to react to what the others are doing. Then you have to watch your...
Let's run you through the driver grid order for today's exciting race. An immense lap from Lewis Hamilton yesterday puts him on pole position, edging out Sergio Perez, who lines up P2. Moving on to the rest of the grid, we have Verstappen, Bottas, Lance Stroll and Fernando Alonso, Tsunoda, Norris, Ricciardo and Charles Leclerc, Gasly, Ocon, Sebastian Vettel and Sainz, Raikkonen, Russell, Nicholas Latifi and Mick Schumacher, Giovinazzi and Nikita Mazepin. And now it's time to head down to the track.
pits, Max in the pits. This is your final lap of the race. Absolutely awesome. Just amazing. Well done.
It was a magnificent race and a drive right out of the top draw to take the win for Red Bull today. Talk to me, Ants. What was it that set them apart from the competition today?
Well, I think it was clear what the main contributing factor out on the track was today: speed. I know it sounds like an obvious thing to say, Crofty, but fast cars win races, and we saw that today with our winner.
Red Bull are our winners today after showcasing some incredible driving. There's been a huge push from them lately to stay competitive with the other teams, and they're certainly proving themselves. So, Anthony Davidson, who would you rank as your driver of the day?
It's got to be Lando Norris, hasn't it? Smooth, confident and assured. I've got no doubt that he and his team are going to be over the moon with his performance today.
Well, Ant, an end to another fantastic weekend of racing. Thanks to everyone who joined us, and we'll see you for the next one. Welcome to Spielberg for another exciting Formula One race. This circuit is renowned for its backdrop, surrounded by natural beauty. Well, it certainly is an idyllic destination for the Austrian Grand Prix. The Spielberg circuit then is situated 700 metres above sea level, with just 10 corners making up one of the shortest laps of the season. One time around here is a distance of 2.6 miles, with the best overtaking chances into turn 1 or the tight uphill turn 3. Anthony Davidson joins me once again in the commentary box, and it's fantastic to have you with us here today. But I'm curious, as a man with experience out on the track, how do you stop those pre-race nerves from becoming overwhelming when you're lining up on the grid?
But from the moment qualifying's over, you start to feel the adrenaline in your body build up and the buzz in your stomach as you anticipate the run down into turn 1. It's all a bit like going into battle, and the unknown situation makes you nervous. Those pre-race nerves are a good thing. The day you don't have them means that you don't care anymore. And of course you have to make sure that all the procedures are second nature to you, so that they're not taking up too much of your capacity.
With the race minutes away from starting, here's what today's grid run.
Hola, ¿qué tal?
It's Sergio Perez on pole position today, and Max Verstappen lines up alongside. Looking at the rest of today's grid, we have Bottas, Hamilton, Sebastian Vettel and Ricciardo, Ocon, Stroll, Sainz and Charles Leclerc, Norris, Fernando Alonso, Pierre Gasly.
Al fin,
and Tsunoda.
gente,
Russell,
tenemos nuevo
Mick
video,
Schumacher,
aquí nuevo stream, aquí
Antonio
estamos de
Giovinazzi,
vuelta
and Kimi Raikkonen.
con nuevo juego,
And
Fórmula
Nicolas
1.
Latifi. And with preparations almost complete, let's head down to the track.
Hasta el momento sí me ha gustado, sí está muy dinámico. Me chingué botas.
We've been awarded a time penalty. We'll go against our finishing time at the end of the race.
Y me van a penalizar. Estamos en quinto, aquí en el Gran Premio de Austria. Me agrada que sí tengan los sonidos de cada constructora, por ejemplo, en el caso de aquí de Aston Martin. Luego tenemos a Red Bull con el Honda. Y luego Mercedes. Aún falta por probar Ferrari. Y McLaren. Ay, Richardo.
Green flag. These stewards have given you a 3-second time penalty for contact with other cars. That's 3 seconds to be added to our race time. Some information on Ocon. They're retiring from the race.
No le dijo nada a Ocon, nomás fue a Bottas.
DRS now available.
Aquí viene el Lance Stroll. Checo Pérez en el tercero, ¿qué pedo? Esa penalización, güey, no mames. Para que vean. Que está muy de penalización. ¿Quién va delante de mí? Ah, Richardo.
This is your final lap of the race. We're leading our teammate by 2.9 seconds.
¡Vamos al cuarto! Ya te vi, Checo, ya te vi. ¡No! ¡Pinche izquierdo! ¿Qué es el podio, güey? Ganó Maxi.
That's the end of the race. We'll see you in Parc Ferme.
A fantastic team effort to secure victory here in the Styrian Alps. Anthony Davidson, what helped them deliver this result, do you think?
Well, this was a real team victory. They put together a solid strategy today that appeared well.
Here come today's winners. Now, let's discuss, Ant. Who would you say is a contender for driver of the day?
I'll probably go for Pierre Gasly. The team did a good job with the strategy to put him in amongst the pack.
A ver, ahora a ver, chat. ¿Cuál premio quieren que... ¿Cuál premio estaría bien correr? ¿Y con quién? ¿Dónde y con quién? O puedo armar el campeonato. Así de fácil. A ver, ¿qué estaría bueno? Primero Mónaco. Luego pondríamos el Gran Premio de México. No. El Gran Premio de México. Luego pondríamos Azerbaiyán. Silverstone. Bahrein. Ahí está. Ya armamos nuestro campeonato. ¿Qué opinan? Así mero, pues. No. Mónaco al final porque es el más difícil. El de Bélgica y por último el de Países Bajos y por último el de Mónaco. ¿Qué opinan? A ver, chat, ¿qué opinan? Nos las vamos a aventar con Ricciardo, Lando Norris, Ferrari, Charles Leclerc, Carlos Sainz.
Welcome to the Autodromo Hermanos Rodriguez, which is the location for
El Gran
today's
Premio de
race.
México.
Cars are out on the grid, so let's join the action down on the track.
Esas gráficas. No, sí les quedó el chingazo el autódromo de Hermanos Rodríguez.
That allows drivers to take full advantage of their cars, reaching speeds in excess of 220 miles per hour, and providing lots of opportunities for overtaking. The circuit features 17 corners, 10 to the right, and the remaining 7 going to the left. And as always, a man with plenty of racing experience joins me in the commentary box. Today it's Anthony Davidson. Tell me, Ant, you're no stranger to surviving the melee of turn 1. So how do you keep out of trouble when there's so much going on around you?
Well, the throttle goes both ways, Crofty. You've got to have the discipline not to try and win the race on the first lap, so always be prepared to lift early and give those around you more space. Trying to be the last of the late breakers with half a dozen cars around you may pay off from time to time, but it's also a great way to lose your front wing.
Let's run you through the driver grid order for today's exciting race. Lewis Hamilton lines up on pole position. Sergio Perez lines up alongside. As we continue through the rest of the grid today, we have Verstappen, Bottas, Sebastian Vettel and Leclerc, Norris, Tsunoda, Stroll and Fernando Alonso, Ocon, Gasly, Carlos Sainz and Ricciardo, Mick Schumacher, Giovinazzi, Nikita Mazepin and Kimi Raikkonen. Latifi and George Russell ends our grid lineup. Now, it's almost time for lights out, so let's go down to the track.
Ojalá el Checo coopera en la vida real, Ojalá.
Okay, focus. We need to stay on form. That was a heck of an impact.
No
You're
mames.
okay.
Restart session a huevo. Ay, perdón.
Okay, here we go. I know what you can do. Don't let me down.
¡Ah, pinche Checo!
Sergio is in the pits.
Ay, chiquito, porque ya estás en los pits, güey. Está bien pelada, güey, el Gran Premio de México. Ya me vi en Mónaco, güey. ¡No seas mamón! ¡Ni lo tenté!
You've been awarded a time penalty for that last incident. DRS is now enabled.
Se me olvida que Mercedes se infecta. Madres.
Drivers we're racing are Hamilton and Bottas. You're leading the pack. P1, Hamilton is behind you. The gap behind us is 1.0 seconds. They're on fresh softs. Look after these tyres now. We want to finish the race on this compound. 2 laps left. Next time by will be your final lap. Pit strategy complete. See these tyres through to the end now. Okay, clear.
Holy shit.
There's only 1 lap of fuel remaining. If you continue to cut corners, the stewards will give you a penalty. Okay, back to the pits. You need a new front wing. Box now. This is your final lap of the race. and win that place back.
No,
Let me know you're all right.
y en la última vuelta.